Shri Radha Govinda, Little Radha Krishna, Nrsimhadev, Panchatattva, Shri Goswamis, and our dear Prabhupada along with all the Acharyas. We can all unmute ourselves for the prayers and chant along recitation. Om Ajnanatirmirasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Om Namah
Krishna Prishnaya Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurami Vecharini Nirvishani Kashetarini Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radharara Srivasadi Bhakta-vrinda
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Devotees and associates, welcome back to the class. Let's continue understanding Bhagavad Gita as it is, a divine transcendental gift given by our dear Prabhupada. All glories to our disciplic succession and our respectful obeisances to spiritual masters. So, as a revision, let's check. There are two souls present inside us, right? What is the first one?
Jivatma spirit soul. Paramatma super soul.
Paramatma super soul.
Yes, Jivatma, the spirit soul, and Bhagavan Shri Krishna himself is present as Paramatma, the super soul, because of which we are called living beings. Otherwise, without soul, we are not called living beings at all. And for us, in this material world, there is real problems. There are 4 real problems, right? So if you know the answer, please unmute yourself. What does B stand for?
But.
O,
Old age.
old age. D,
Disease.
diseases. Y,
Death.
death. Yes. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Okay, B for birth, O for old age, D for disease, Y for Yama, representing death. This is the real problem, 4 real problems in this world. But then, in spiritual world, there is no problems at all, right? So we are all understanding spiritual world is very, very blissful. There is so much of happiness there. But here, why do we see in Prakriti, there are 3 modes of material nature? What are those? What is the first one? What is the second one? And the third one?
Sarvaguna. Mode of ignorance.
Tamoguna, mode of ignorance.
Hari bol, yes. Thank you so much. Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna, goodness, passion, and ignorance, respectively. Daily there's a war in our mind, right? Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, and so on. Three modes of material nature, we see Sattva-guna is so more balanced because they are always seeking knowledge. Rajoguna, their desirous activity is more. Tamoguna, they're very, very foolish people, mad people. And yes, we saw there's so much of fighting everywhere. And people think they're same with the God. They want to become a God. Are we same as God?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Not at all.
No,
ma'am.
No, we are same in quality with Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan, but in quantity wise, we are very, very minute, very, very minute. Quality wise, same, but quantity wise, we are very much different. In yesterday's chapter 16, Daivasara Sampada Vibhaga Yoga, we were trying to understand in different yugas, there are different aspects, right? Which is the first yuga? If you know the answer, please unmute yourself. Which is the first yuga?
Satya.
Satya Yuga.
Okay. By then, in Satya Yuga, there was the war between good and evil between galaxies. Next comes
Treta Yuga.
Yuga.
Treta Yuga. And there was a war between
Rama and
Ravana.
Rama and different countries, India and Lanka, right? Next is
Dwapara
Yuga.
Yuga. Yeah, Pandavas and Kauravas. Even Krishna was there, who was having Kamsa. Kamsa was always thinking Krishna is his enemy, but actually Krishna is no one's enemy. He is trying to protect everyone, make everyone happy. But when we are doing something bad, he has to correct us, na? So he is trying to help us in that way also. Okay. And what is the fourth yuga, which we are
Kali Yuga.
living in?
Kali Yuga.
Yeah, within the same person, we see so much of goodness sometimes, and same time, we can even witness badness as well. And these qualities has lifted in the purport, okay? All these points are given in the Bhagavad Gita as it is. Prabhupada has given a very beautiful purpose for all this, even for the demonic nature or acidic forms. Let's check. Which is the tamasic food among this?
Meat.
Meat. Rajasic? Chili. All spicy items which are very tasty to tongue, but it is very bad to health. And sattvic? Healthy food, fruits, vegetables, and so on. So in case we have to develop our divine qualities and make good progress, we should always have a right association whom we make friends with. Right? Devotees association will help us to grow well in Krishna consciousness. You know, yesterday there was a lecture, and in that one Prabhu was giving a demo and he was showing, okay, imagine there is a fire and there is so many woods in the fire. They're all burning. They're very, very strong. But it takes up one stick from the fire. Okay. At that time, what happens? The wood which was burning will lose its energy. After some time, it is turning off. No, whenever we are associated with devotees now, we automatically get more energy to progress in Krishna consciousness, devotional service. But if you are alone now, it is not that very easy. It will be very challenging. So always association of devotees is recommended. Okay? Yes. And devotional service is going to purify all of us. Like chanting, hearing shastras, honoring prasadam, serving devotees, right? Everything, all the devotional service are purifying us so that when we go back to God, it will be pure without any enviousness towards Krishna. And we saw when can we start the devotional service?
Childhood.
Childhood.
Very good. And you all have started in the childhood, so a big Haribol to you all. Okay, nice that you have already started the devotional service. Keep chanting daily and hearing from Prabhupada. Now we saw Srila Sukadeva Goswami, Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, and our what is the name? Prabhupada ki Jai. All glory to our Guru. Yes, Guru and Gauranga, Srila Prabhupada, Hare Krishna. And now we saw there are certain qualities which people were like very proud of. Sometimes wealth, education, beauty, discipline, youth, good family. But what am I doing? If I'm doing something bad, even if I'm born in a good family and I'm doing something bad, like where will we go if I'm doing bad, sinful activities?
Yes.
Now, there are three main doors for hell. If you know the answer, please unmute yourself. What is the first door?
Lust. Lust and
Second?
Anger.
lust, anger, greed.
And then greedy. That's greed, anger.
Yeah, so
Greed, anger.
gates.
Greed.
Has this नाशनम् आत्मना कामक्रोधस्तथा लोभा तस्मादेतत्रयं त्यजेत्. Hare Krishna. Let's continue. Who was lusty? Who was lusty?
The Gauravas.
Kauravas were lusty, and even they were anger. They're very angry, even greedy. So they are making their life hellish. And whoever is like trying to be in demonic qualities, don't believe in shastras, what happens to them? They don't believe in anyone else. They feel others are imperfect, you'll kill everyone. And they go to hell, they'll fall to hell. They have so much of false ego, they blaspheme with the religion, they're envious of Supreme Personality of Godhead, they're gonna suffer. For one who has to escape from these three gates of the hell, he has to surrender to Supreme Personality of Godhead. But it is not no for everyone. So they should take the guidance. If they don't know the route, they should ask the route with people who know the route, right? And who can guide us? They are the spiritual masters who can guide us. Hare Krishna. Yes, now let's start with chapter 17, Shraddha Vibhaga Yoga, the divisions of faith. We request little devotees to raise their hands for reading the slide. Hare Krishna. Please read.
3 kinds of faith, food, the divisions of faith. 3 kinds of faith, food, sacrifice, austerity, and charity in 3 modes. Conclusion. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Here in the beginning of the chapter itself, Arjuna is going to question Krishna. There are so many people in different modes, and their faith is also different now, which is best and all. And we learn about it. What are these 3 kinds of faith? And based on the 3 modes also, there are different foods they choose, different activities they do, how they perform sacrifices, how disciplined they are, or what is their mood while doing any charity. Yes. And in the conclusion, there is very important Om Tat Sat. Let's look all this in detail as much as possible by mercy of Guru and Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Kelly, please read.
O Krishna, what is the situation of those who do not follow the principles of scripture but worship according to their own imagination? Are they in goodness, in passion, or in ignorance? Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. So your Arjuna's question, very, very relevant. People sometimes will not have time to read the scriptures. They make themselves busy with all the nonsense activities sometimes, and sometimes very, very tamasic, no activity at all, right? So they'll be doing whatever they want. So is that good, Krishna? Or they can imagine anything they want, or they can refer the scriptures and do what is good thing? What are they doing which is right? So Arjuna's question, and Krishna is going to reply. Hare Krishna, Yovan, please read.
If one is situated in Krishna consciousness, then that path is guaranteed for his elevation to the perfection stage.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Krishna consciousness means we are always using our senses for Krishna's pleasure, trying to please Krishna, thinking, remembering, working, chanting, speaking, everything for Krishna. And at that time, is already pleasing Krishna, right? So definitely it is assured. Krishna says, whoever is in Krishna consciousness, devotional service in Krishna consciousness, right? So he's going to become perfect and perfect. Now sometimes we feel, yeah, now I'm perfect. I can draw complete circle. But in case I've got the damage in my finger, I cannot draw the circle perfectly again. But when we start with Krishna consciousness, continue with dedication and determination with full surrenderance, Krishna is going to make sure it is guaranteed all those devotees will be elevated to the perfectional stage. It is Krishna's guarantee, not any ordinary person is saying. It's Krishna. यजन्ते सात्विका देवान् यक्षराक्षांसि राजसः प्रेतान् भूतगणंश्चान्ये यजन्ते तामस जनः. Hare Krishna, Gnaneshwar, please read.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Bhagavad Gita 17.4 translation. Men in the mode of goodness worship the demigods. Those in the mode of passion worship the demons. And those in the mode of ignorance worship ghosts and spirits. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. So, people who are situated in the mode of goodness, we saw there are three modes of goodness, right? So first set of people who are trying to be in the goodness mode, they worship devatas, demigods like Brahmadev, Ganeshji, Shivji, and Suryadev, Navagrahas, and all, okay? Because they want something out of them, so they are going to pray, okay? They know they can bless. And here, those who are in mode of passion, they worship demons. You know, there are certain people who worship demons. Even in Karnataka, people are there. Even in different states, people are there. They worship Ravana also, you know. And Mahishasura, there is a demon called Mahishasura. Even them, they will worship. So what is all this? People are trying to work according to their knowledge. Whoever reads scriptures, in Vedas it is told, surrender to Krishna. But before that, now in the beginning it is given. If you want wealth, you can worship Kuvera. If you want more power, you can worship Sun God. If you want a beautiful wife, you can worship Uma Devi, and so on. So they'll read and they'll stop there and they'll be fixed only to the demigods. But if they proceed and it is concluded, everything is coming from Krishna. Demigods also have got super soul inside them. And whenever they have to sanction something, super soul should guarantee this is good, you do. Then they are going to sanction. Without the permission, super soul, Supreme Personality of Godhead, they are not going to sanction anything. Okay, so whoever is in mode of goodness, they are worshipping demigods. Passion set of people worship the demons, and people in ignorance, they worship ghosts. Okay, yes. Now, this is other schematic representation showing that Sattva Guna is purity, people worshipping the goddesses, actually termed as demigods by our Prabhupada, and people in Rajasic. See, the activity is so high, they are like not even bothering. Certain people will sacrifice certain animals, certain times they even sacrifice humans also. It's very bad, right? So all these are in the mode of desiring more and more. That is Rajasic guna. And next comes a tamasic. See what and all they do. They are very much ignorant. They don't know what is the real knowledge. Bhagavad Gita is a real knowledge. Krishna Bhagavan is a supreme personality of Godhead. He sanctions everything. Whatever rest of the goddess will give, it is very, very temporary, right? Demigods. But now we look at something else. Okay, we are saying every time that whoever is worshipping devatas also, it is not that elevated. That is good. Okay, goodness is better than tamasic and rajasic. But what is the best? Everyone wants the best, right? Do you all want best?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Haribol, yes. We all are seeking for the best. Haribol, Shuddha Sattva Guna, very much right. So, just like our Prabhupada and all the acharyas, the great devotees, okay, who are in Parampara, they are surrendered to Krishna and they are always engaged in serving Krishna. Devotional service was their primal work, the main business, okay, main work. That particular stage is called pure goodness or Shuddha Sattva Guna, or sometimes even it is called as Nirguna, where people try to worship the God. You know, if at all we open the dictionary and see the meaning of God, it is the supreme person. Once one person walked into Prabhupada and like he was saying, I'm God. At that time, Prabhupada asked his disciples, his students will be there, right? Get a dictionary. And the disciple is like very eager, he will get a dictionary and he'll ask him to read out what is God. Just check the meaning of God. He reads out God means supreme person. And he's asking that person, whoever is claiming I am God, okay, you're supreme person. Do you think you're supreme? Like that. Just by Prabhupada's word, you know, Prabhupada was very strong. And yeah, he was all at once countered completely. He is not a supreme person. Who is the supreme personality?
Krishna.
Krishna, yes. Now, let's hear from Krishna that that's different aspects accordingly. Uh, yes, Meera, please read.
Even the food each person prefers is of three kinds according to the three modes of material nature. The same is true of sacrifices, austerity, and charity. Now here of the distinctions between them. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. So Krishna is giving a brief introduction. People choose different kind of foods based on the different modes, and even their actions, discipline, or the charity also will be meant the same. So here is like you are what you eat because you're selecting something. So whatever we eat is getting classified into three. Like one is majority whatever we eat, it is going out. We excrete out as a stool. It is going away from the body. Some things are absorbed into the flesh. It is giving us some energy to the material body. Number three, the subtlest ingredients are absorbed into our mind, the consciousness. This is what is affecting our gunas as well. whatever he eat. So all this is not discussed, right? Many a times when we check in the school syllabus and all, it is just the middle part. This is also not discussed. Okay, this is getting into a picture these days. They all discuss, okay, how the digestion is happening. After digestion, which amount of food is going where? Subtlest ingredients which is getting absorbed into the mind is reflecting our consciousness. And it is very easily understood. Whoever eats junk food, they are very unhealthy. Everyone has seen how their physical fitness will be there, right? And every time you see a healthy food, it will be saying, come on, you eat me and you'll become healthy. At the same time, the unhealthy food, junk foods, fast foods will attract. I'm very much delicious. You can eat me. Then there will be a fight in the mind. At that time, what happens, whichever guna we are in, that will decide. If we are in sattva guna, we'll try to eat the healthy food. If we are rajo guna, we try to eat the spicy food. If we are in tamo guna, we'll try to choose the bad kind of foods, okay, which is not supposed to be eaten in this Kali Yuga as recommended by scriptures. Okay, let's hear. Hare Krishna, Sanvi, please read. Hare Krishna, Kellen, please read.
Foods dear to those in the mode of goodness increase the duration of life, purify one's existence, and give strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Such foods are juicy, fatty, wholesome, and pleasing to the heart. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. See, the mode of goodness means it is all good. See, all positive things, right? Like everyone wants good health, strength, happiness, satisfaction. From which it is coming? It is coming from the foods which are very juicy, fresh foods, and it is a wholesome food. Now, milk especially is a complete wholesome food, completely nutritious, and it is even very delightful to eat. Just like all the prasadams. See, offered prasadam, we feel like honoring it and we feel content. We'll, after eating food, next day we'll not feel, oh, I've got gastric. No, not like that. But when it is in the mode of passion, Hare Krishna, Yovan, please read.
Foods that are too bitter, too sour, salty, hot, pungent, dry, and burning are dear to those in the mode of passion. Such foods cause distress, misery, and disease. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Whenever people are given a challenge, now we have to eat more chilies and you'll get a 1,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees also. Okay. Next day, what is going to happen to this person? They're going to eat, chew the chilies, swallow it. Will that person be okay tomorrow if he's eating today?
No,
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not at all, ma'am.
As you're all saying, we all understand, right? If you're eating so much of chilies, it is not at all good. We saw how a tablet, which is very minute, can affect the temperature of the body. It can cool our body down. Injection, small quantity, can also reflect on our body's activity. Then whatever we take continuously daily, morning, afternoon, evening, morning, afternoon, evening, it is going to have a huge impact. Some might think, oh, I'm not eating chili as these people in a competition, but are we eating the chilies? Not only for chilies, okay? This is just an example. All the tamasic food, which will, after, when you eat that, now you feel it is too bitter or too salty, too hot or too pungent. It is like you get a burning sensation in nose also. All those are passion set of foods. What they cause, as you already told, next day that person will not be healthy. You'll get all sorts of distress. His stomach will be like burning. Tomorrow he cannot even have a normal urination. He'll get disease also. so many diseases will be waiting. Oh, you're eating this food. Yes, I'll come and attack you now. So we should be very, very careful which mode of food we are selecting. And it is told always we have to prefer the food, sattvic food, so that our bhakti yoga will be in right direction in progression towards Krishna. Otherwise, it is little more difficult. Okay, it will become difficult if you're not choosing the right food. Yes. Hare Krishna Gnaneshwar, please read.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
17.10 Bhagavad Gita 17.10 Shloka translation. Food prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten, food that is tasteless, decomposed, and putrid, a food consisting the remnants and untouchable things is dear to those in the mode of ignorance.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Whenever people are in mode of ignorance, they try to eat the dead ones. Even if it is like fresh now and it is very sattvic, you ask them to eat, they will not be interested to eat the sattvic ones. When it is rotten, they'll be like, oh, they like that, and they'll be eating dead ones. And whichever has got animal worms and all will be there, they like choose that kind of foods. That is very, very tamasic in nature. So we should be careful. This is not at all healthy. Eating other animal is not good, right? No, definitely not. Just like in this picture, we see whoever eats the unhealthy food is going to not even remain fit and healthy. They'll get so much of diseases, obese, fat, cholesterol, and yeah, when they take up the food in the right quantity, right time, right level, they'll be happy and they'll even be sharper, brighter. How should I maintain this? How can I do always choosing the right food? What helps me to follow this? Hare Krishna Mida, please read.
Cooking with preparing food for Krishna. Cooking with good consciousness, offering to Krishna with love and devotion, correct mood for offering. Honoring Krishna Prasad, results of taking Krishna Prasad. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. So, whenever we are trying to eat something good, it is like sometimes you may forget, but every time we practice to offer food to Krishna and then take. When we are offering food to Krishna itself, we are making sure we prepare only those kind of foods which Krishna likes. And Krishna has told, we can offer fruits, vegetables, right? And clean tulsi, pure water. And when we are preparing also, we'll be always trying to please Krishna. Somewhere it should like satisfy Krishna. Yes, he's not hungry, but still, right? Offering for Krishna with so much of love and devotion. Next, and while offering also, the mood, offering mood should be like surrenderance. Some people will be like, yeah, I've got this and I've done this. Later, I want that. I'll offer this so that you can give me more. Now you have given me 10 lakhs. I'll offer you for this many lakhs. You give me more. No, that is not, that is not at all good, not at all recommended. It is not at all useful also. Prabhupada says many a times, many of his lectures says, Krishna is not angry. He does not require. And it is not that you are going to give something and expect something. No, just offer with full of love and devotion. The mood should be correct. And once we have offered, when we take the prasadam, most of us, we like the prasadam. How many of you like prasadam? Taking prasadam from the temple or at your places?
Me.
Me, ma'am.
Me, ma'am.
It's, even I just love honoring prasadam. That's a beautiful, honoring prasadam also comes in devotional service. How much easy Prabhupada has made, how much easily Krishna is giving us a chance to perform the devotional service. Prepare for Krishna, serve for Krishna. Again, Krishna is giving back us more than we give. Now, Krishna is giving back is all mercy, blessings as prasadam. and take the prasadam and distribute it possible, right? Yes, Hare Krishna. Happy that very younger kids are also very much interested in honoring prasadam. So when we are practicing this, always taking the Krishna prasadam, there is a chance we'll not be choosing anything which is tamasic or rajasic. We'll be elevated more than sattva guna. Prabhupada says, whichever is connected to Krishna, na, we are already in the path. Whoever started chanting, na, they started the path towards the sattvic and they will progress towards the Shuddha Sattva Guna. Provided they have to continue, they have to definitely endeavor, like they have to put the efforts continuously and trying to please Krishna in the surrenderance mode. Hare Krishna, Kalim, please read.
Of sacrifices, that sacrifice performed according to duty and to scriptural rules and with no expectation of reward is of the nature of goodness. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. So whoever is trying to perform certain sacrifices, what are the sacrifices which is recommended for Kali Yuga?
Chanting the holy name of the Lord.
Chanting
Hare
First
Hare
Panchatattva.
Yes. Thank you all.
Mahamantra.
Hari Hari Bol. Yes, chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Before chanting, we know we are supposed to chant which mantra? Am I supposed
Panchatattva Mahamantra.
Panchatattva Mahamantra. Panchatattva Mahamantra.
Yes, please unmute yourself to chant one time the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Before that, Panchatattva Maha Mantra. Jai Shri
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Hare Krishna. I'm so sorry, I had to mute you. Please continue chanting, okay? Even if you're muted, always keep chanting. And the chanting is very, very powerful. Prabhupada again says, if at all we are chanting, all the knowledge required to understand the realization also will come through chanting. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Forgive me for that. Hare Krishna. Yes, but some people will not be knowing. All you little devotees, you know that Kali Yuga sacrifice is chanting. But some people will invite so many fake gurus and they'll give so many money, huge amount, and they'll ask to perform certain yajnas. If the person is authorized, that is different. If he's not authorized, means he's a fake one, they're going to lose money. And what they do, they'll take a photo, upload in medias or print on all the gift packs that I have done this sacrifice. The fire yajna was happening because of my business, something and all. So that particular expectation, that is not under the mode of goodness. Whoever studies the scriptures, chanting accordingly, and whichever is been recommended, other sacrifices as per the spiritual guidance, those are in the mode of goodness. Otherwise, it is actually chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is above the mode of goodness. And whichever, at least they are doing as recommended as Vedas and all, they are in mode of goodness. And now there's a acronym BMW. B means body, M means mind, W means words. Hare Krishna. Dhaneshwar, please read.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Bhagavad Gita Srimurti Sindhu 1.2.187 translation. One who acts to serve Krishna with his body, mind, intelligence, and words is a liberated person even within this material world. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. So in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Nectar of Devotion, it is told whoever is using the body, mind, and words for serving Krishna, fixing the intelligence is such a liberated person. Even in this world, you can have that feel of Vaikunta. Vaikunta means there is no miseries. Kunta means there is full of pain, miseries. Vaikunta means the Krishna's abode. Whoever is associated with Krishna in body, mind, even in the worlds, they are going to have that transcendental feel, bliss, even wherever you are, wherever we are. Hare Krishna. And this is a presentation. We would have heard there are different types of cells, right? There is a nerve cell, there is a body cell, there is a muscle cell, eye cell, but every cell is different in their shape, But in your textbook, they show only in the beginning animal cell, which is round in shape. For this to understand, let's take an example here. If you have seen every one of us, all the human beings who are declared as normal human beings have got how many eyes?
2 eyes. 2 eyes only.
2 eyes, right? So that is meant, who is going to tell that small baby who is even not born now in the womb? Is someone going to tell his father or his mother going to say, oh, this is my baby, you are in the human body, you have to get 2 eyes, and your eyes should be in the face only, your eyes should not come in the legs, right? Who is going to give all that information? Who is controlling all the activities inside our cells as well? Who is giving the Jiva Tattva Pranavayu to all? Now, this is an image of the cell under the very good microscope, crypto-electron microscope, okay? And then also, they're not able to identify how it is happening. But we know. How? Because who is there in control?
Krishna.
Paramatma super soul.
Ah, Krishna, Paramatma, the super soul is there inside all of us. He is there. So we are living, and he's making sure everything is in the right time. He's giving whatever we require at right place. He's not he's not like testing and all. No, if at all Paramatma is not there, it is just like the computer without electricity or a phone without a battery, right? It is called or declared dead. Hare Krishna, Sahara, please read.
Without electricity, computer is dead. Similarly, when the soul leaves the body, he is dead.
Hare Krishna, thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna, Mataji.
So now we are in this particular body. We are the soul and we are in this particular body. When the soul is going out of the body, body is declared dead. When there is no electricity, we cannot use this computer. You press any key without electricity, it will not work, right? If there is no battery at all, it is dead. Without soul, it is dead. And without the fuel, even if it is a very huge machine, huge industry, factory, if there is no fuel to work, it is dead. All the machines are dead. Why? Because we require the fuel, the energy. Energy, the fuel for our body is the soul. If the soul is not there, it is declared dead. But when we have soul, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to use my body to the performance of austerity? Let's look. Hare Krishna, Kelim, please read.
The austerity of the body consists in this: worship of the Supreme Lord, the Brahmanas, the spiritual master, and superiors like the father and mother. Cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy, and non-violence are also austerities of the body. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Now, the body can be used for Krishna's service. There was a great devotee called as Ambarish Maharaj, he showed, okay, how a person can surrender and use all the possible ways to serve Krishna. There are different types of bhakti. Navavida bhakti, we heard, right? Shravanam, Smaranam, Kirtan, Vishnu Smaranam, and all. He did that. And basic things which we are supposed to do, definitely Krishna is going to give us, and Prabhupada has translated here. Chapter 17, verse number 14. Like we can always use our body to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, just like our Prabhupada did. And we can even worship our spiritual masters and superiors, right? Like parents, cleanliness, everything is given. When we are offering them prayers, we bow down, right? Like this. The different ways for uh, a boy. It is like Dandavat pranams, okay? See, you're completely lying down on your tummy on the ground, join both the hands in the front, right? And you pray, boys. And girls, what are you supposed to do? Bend down, just like as we kneel, and then offer the pranams. This is Panchang pranam. Dandavat pranams or Ashtang pranams means every like entire body should be lie down, complete surrenderance. For females, all the souls which are in the female body, they are supposed to follow like this when you are offering pranams, okay? And cleanliness, simplicity, everything. Non-violence is again the austerity. See, this is also, if at all we are maintaining cleanliness, your austerity is already started. We have to improvise. Chant Hare Krishna and Krishna will help to improvise. Now let's check the austerity of speech. Hare Krishna, Meera, please read.
Austerity of speech consists in speaking truthfully and benefically, and in avoiding speech that offends. One should also recite the Vedas regularly. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. So whenever we are speaking now, we should speak truth. Krishna has told honesty, wherever there is a morality, is there in victory. And he always tries to be silent when it is not required. And when we speak, it should be truth. It should be beneficial also. You cannot go to a patient who has just got heart attack. He's going to ask, what has happened to me? You can't go and say you had a heart attack. He will get another heart attack and he will die. So the same ways, like when we are speaking now, when we are performing devotional service, all our words should be used wisely. Even if a person is doing wrong now, he should be wise enough to know when to say or am I qualified? But here there is exception, okay? The spiritual master can say truth directly on to the disciple because he is the one who should correct. Others, if you don't have that authority, we are always making sure we are speaking the truth beneficially without hurting or making any offenses. Okay? As much as possible, we should practice. And Hare Krishna. Ganeshwa, please read.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Bhagavad Gita 17.20 translation. That gift which is given out of duty at a proper time and place to a worthy person and without expectation of return is considered to be charity in the mode of goodness. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. So, just like some other devotees, yesterday, day before yesterday, right? So many devotees, kids were asking, Mataji, can we share the donation link, please? And after sharing, they have donated already. And if at all, like we see, there's so many kids and so many students, not only from this particular batch or from the course of ISKCON Mangalore, there's so many devotees across the world who are donating at the right time. Okay, that is for Krishna, that is above the mode of goodness. Okay, but in case someone is donating without expectation to the right person, then it is mode of goodness. And whoever is donated, this is a thank you slide for you all. Your devotional service will be really documented, you know. Krishna is there, and whatever we do, it is like permanent account. It is not gonna change. If you are in school, in this school your roll number will be different, in other school your roll number will be different, all that confusion will be there, but in Krishna's account it will be documented. Whatever devotional service we have done, it is taken care. Thank you all, and always choose, okay? At least in mode of goodness, we should be giving to the right person at the right time, not at the wrong. What is wrong? Let's check. And yeah, before going to that particular slide, this is the new temple building, a picture of that. And see how Prabhupada was donating books. He was giving more of pure Sattva Guna. He used to say always, you know, if, there was Sally's daughter. His disciple was there by name Sally, and her daughter was very young. Very young means just I think less than 2 years kid she was. And Prabhupada was saying, I really want to gift Sally, your daughter, something very useful. I'm not a materialistic person. I will not buy anything of such sort. I want to gift her books, transcendental books. But then she's very young. So what you do, you keep all one set for her. When she grows up, she's going to read, right? So let her be useful like that Prabhupada writes in the letter. So that is the best thing. Pure Sattva Guna. And you know, that particular kid, she was a kid by now. Now the Mataji, she's a Mataji, she's working for children welfare in ISKCON. Okay. It's very, very like what to say, transgender. See how Prabhupada has done, transformed one life and from her transformed several others. So Prabhupada has transformed so many thousands, lakhs of people. How? Because they're all situated in pure Sattva Guna. And yes, whoever possible can just request your parents, if possible, they can help in good services as well. Okay. Now, in case of ignorance, how they try to donate, let's check. Hare Krishna, Nida, please read.
And charity performed at an improper place and time and given to unworthy persons without respect and with contempt. Contempt is charity. Charity in the mode of ignorance. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Meera and Meda. And now, see, what is this kid doing? He's seeing some person is asking for the help. So he's going and giving the money. He's not reading. What is he asking for? He needs money to drink the beer. This set of person, and this person wants to use a drug. This is a weed called as drug. So kids give the money. They'll not be knowing, right? Like if at all, yeah, you and all will be like a little different from other set of kids because already you started hearing shastras. When you see, you know this is bad. For regulative principles, no one should drink alcohol, so you'll not donate. But these people will not be knowing. They'll try to give. And if at all we are doing that, we get sin. You know, if at all we are giving to a wrong person in improper place, unworthy person, will get sin. And that particular mode of charity is said it is in the mode of ignorance. So we are definitely not going to do this. We'll never ever give for this particular sort. We don't want to fall down. Krishna is waiting. Why should we fall again and again? Service. Yes. Hare Krishna. Gnanesha, please read.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Bhagavad Gita 17.23 Shloka translation. From the beginning of creation, the three words Om Tat Sat were used to indicate the supreme absolute truth. These three symbolic representations were used by Brahmanas while chanting the hymns of the Vedas and during sacrifices for the satisfaction of the Supreme. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. As we see here, from the beginning of the creation, you know, what was used? The three words, Om Tat Sat. Can we all unmute ourselves and say Om Tat Sat?
Om
Om Tat Sat.
Oh, that's a kids are enjoying saying that. Yes, you know, whenever we are giving some charity, also, if at all, like we are trying to improvise, right? We might be sometimes in mode of goodness, sometimes in tamoguna, rajoguna, and all. But when we are trying to donate without expectation, that is in goodness. You know how to make that as pure sattva guna? It is told whoever says you give the charity and give all the results to Krishna. Om Tat Sat means it is going to Krishna. It is pure sattva guna, and that time you are not bound with any sinful reactions or other ways. You are getting elevated, getting more benefit than than ever. You know, yeah, it is trying to please Krishna every time. As we surrender to Krishna, is a supreme personality of Godhead, is the absolute truth. Give everything back to Krishna and say that person also. This is not coming from me. It is coming from Krishna. Krishna is the cause of all causes, is giving us chance to serve. That's it. Yes, and this is a symbolic representation used by all the Brahmanas. When they're chanting, you would have heard Om Tat Sat Iti, right? It is all representing Krishna, and satisfaction of Supreme is the greatest goal for all. Yes, we should always endeavor. Whoever is doing, please try to repeat these 3 words. That way we can get ourselves elevated, cross the 3 modes of material nature, and try to serve Krishna and satisfy Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yes, whoever is a devotee is going to always be thankful for Krishna, and is going to say, whatever I have done is because of Krishna's mercy. Prabhupada did so many institutional organizations established, directed so many disciples by the mercy of Krishna, of course, yes, and never ever he was having that concept as I did. Even when he was going to different countries, when he was taking Bhagavatam, he told, he's just going with Bhagavatam. I'm just a postman. I'm not doing anything else. It's all Krishna's mercy. I'm not the one who is giving all this. This is coming from Krishna. So, yes, all the devotees will be very, very thankful, grateful, surrender to Krishna, because whatever we have, it's coming from Krishna, because he is very merciful. He is very kind. Not because we deserve this. It's not like, I have done something good. That's why Krishna is giving. We have done so much of bad. Instead of all those, he's trying to help us. He is very, very merciful. Hare Krishna, Kevin, please read.
For the ultimate solution to all problems, we must awaken to Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So, ultimate solution for all the problems is like Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 4, 29 chapter, verse 34. Always know there is a solution, Krishna consciousness. And let us all of you to unmute yourself and read the concluding slide.
Krishna is God. The Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is a person. He has Shamsundar form. Krishna is Satchidananda.
He has a Shamsundar form. He is Satchidananda.
Hare Krishna, yes, thank you so much for your devotional service, volunteering every time for reading out and engaging on your tongue and the mind and the ears in Krishna's service. Hare Krishna, let us all thank our acharyas and all the devotees. Please join your hands and let's thank them. Mantra Vaishnavibhyo
Namo Namaha.
Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.